Good morning, AM Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. And as usual, I have a lot to talk about, so I think I'll get straight into it. Everyone knows the GOP has a lot of problems. They've been limping along for quite some time. That seems to be their normal modus operandi. And our guest today, he's going to talk a little bit about that, the struggle that the GOP has in race relations. And he's a candidate himself. Alex Meluskey, he's running for U.S. Senate in Arizona, running against John McCain, who is about as establishment and, in my opinion, about as big of the problem as you can find in Washington today. And Alex, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much for having me on, Kevin. Appreciate it.
So first of all, I look at your website and I see you, and you're kind of about as Anglo like I am as they can come. And so it's interesting that of the plethora of GOP issues, you choose this one as one to really pound them on. And we live in this bizarre political culture that the only ones who can be concerned with the minority issues are minorities. But I'm with you. I think it's a big problem. I think it's a huge issue, but of all the things that you think of when it comes to the GOP, why this in particular?
Well, our founders mentioned that it was supposed to be we the people, and I've always wondered why it seems that the Republican Party, which was a unifying party, has seemed to ignore the minority cultures. And it's one reason why I've taken that as one of my platforms that I wanted to change, I wanted to deal with. I mean, when I'm in a state of Arizona with 6.4 million people, we have plenty of minority groups out here, and it's just so important in my eyes to reach out to everybody because I cannot represent the people if I'm only representing people that look like myself. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
You need to get to everybody, and I need to get a collective of everybody's voice so I can represent them. It's as simple as that.
So I see that in your background that you are a business owner. You're an entrepreneur with a novel idea. John McCain is a career politician, if there ever was one. His entire career entails the Naval Academy, a military veteran, and then an entire career in politics. Never been written, to my knowledge, a paycheck. Never been subject to a single regulation that he submitted his constituents to. So I like that about yourself. But I also look at this, and what I can also tell is that you don't have a lot of electoral experience. Is this the first office you've run for?
This is indeed the first office I've run for, but I would like to share with people, yes, I have run a business. I have been involved in politics. I am the Fair Tax State Director in Arizona, so it is not like I have not been a part of it and not been viewing it, but I've dealt with government regulations in my business, and I did build my business. I think it's important. Like our founders wanted citizens to represent the people. They wanted to go in, serve their country, and get out and live under the laws that they've created. I feel that is so important. And, I got to a point where I said, okay, enough's enough. I don't like what I'm looking at. And, yes, I have not run for office, but I'm following men like Mike Lee, Rand Paul, and Ted Cruz that never held an elected office, and they're in the U.S. Senate, and I feel that they, even though I may not agree with everything that they are about, I feel that they definitely have their voices heard, and they stand up for the people.
Yeah, very good, very good. So what's the strategy look like? I got this kind of bizarre theory around John McCain. John McCain is now, on a list of other issues that he has. He's really elderly. I mean, this is a gentleman that, served, I believe, with distinction in the U.S. military, was heroic, suffered incredible injury during his time in Hanoi Hilton. And, he's older than even beyond his years, and his years are accumulated. And for a lot of these guys, they just have a very difficult time giving up something that they've really loved and they've done for a long time. But I almost think that John McCain is there, and but doesn't feel like he can just walk away from it, that for him it would be almost irresponsible for him to do so. So what do you think about that?
Well, first of all, I do thank him for his service to our country. And age, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. I just think it's more, in this case, it's about timing. It's about length of service. He will have been in the Senate for 30 years at the end of this term, and he'll have served a total of 34 years in Congress. And I have no interest. You're not going to see me in my 60s campaigning for a U.S. Senate seat. I'm 47 right now, so just do the simple math there. That means 2 terms and I'm done. My ideas should be done by that time. And I should get out and let somebody else who has ideas, who can help lead this country to a better place, be in there. Because right now, as you said, you talked about the establishment in the beginning of this program. There is a D.C. establishment, and there is a logjam there in so many ways. I don't believe that our elected officials are following the rules that our founders set forth for them. There's a Constitution. That's why I think you see so many of these new junior senators up there that are rocking the boat because they're not playing with the establishment rules. And you know what? Good for them, because the rules are not made for those 100 men that are holding those positions in the Senate. The establishment rules don't apply to me, and they shouldn't apply to anybody when you're representing over 300 million people in this country and you are a beacon for the world. Should not apply.
Yeah, no question about it. No question about it. So, what's your strategy? How do you plan on unseating Senator McCain? How many people are contending against him, or do you know?
Well, the strategy is 3 yards and a cloud of dust. I played football. I was usually more of a blocker than I was a runner. He didn't hand me the ball. I wasn't fast enough. But plod along. Get on the radio shows like this wonderful one, the Price, Price show here in Houston. Get on the air, get the word out, get on social media, get people to the website, go to town hall meetings, go to the grassroots organizations, go to LD meetings, get on the news, go everywhere, go around the country, go around the state, get the word out there and tell people to go to Meluskey.com. Now, who else is running? So far, I was the first filed Republican in the state of Arizona. I believe there's a Libertarian and I believe a Green Party candidate. I haven't checked in the last couple of weeks, but only 2 Republicans, to the best of my knowledge, are filed here in the state of Arizona. One of them is the current sitting Senator John McCain, and the other one is yours truly.
Well, I wish you luck, and I want to encourage the listener to check out Meluskey. That's the website for Alex Meluskey, and I wish you well.
Thank you very much, Kevin.
When we come back, much more for you. Do want to remind you, best content here shows up over there at usdailyreview.com. Stay tuned for more right after this on The Price of Business.